How's it going, everyone, and welcome to another Counterside video. If you follow me on Twitter, you may have known this one was going to be a little bit late, but if not, I apologize. This one's a little bit late, but man, is there a lot of information today. Like, holy crap. I looked over these while I was sitting in the doctor's office today, and I'm like, this is a lot. So let's kind of take a look at it all. So, we have our 24th of May patch notes. You know, this, pretty normal. New substream 3-3. We get to meet a couple new characters here, I believe. That we will be, like, you see one there, that's our new counterpass, which we'll get to. But I think there's a couple other characters that show up in this that we'll be getting down the line. But this is going to be following a few characters that, you know, you probably see in every single one of your polls. So, some story for them. Then our new counterpass, Biblide. I don't know how you're supposed to say her name. She's okay. Probably not somebody I would say summon for, but because she's on the counterpass, free unit, cool. Well, free unit if you buy the counterpass, but I mean, all the nice goodies on the counterpass, if you're gonna buy anything, buy the counterpass. But she is a counter, ranger, all-around attack, 3 cost. There's a kit. This is explaining how counterpasses work if you don't know. You know, free screen. Take a read. I'm not going to explain how those work. So new employee recruitment is for Ella. Ella has areas where she's pretty good. I'm not going through the whole breakdown on Pridewind like I usually do with new units, partially because of all the information here, and I don't want this to be like a 30-minute video if I can help it. She's really good single target, but like only single target. Like, she doesn't really have any AoE in her kit. But she does have I believe she also has a counter mechanic. Yeah, she has a counter mechanic similar to regular Shiyun. So it makes her somewhat usable in PvP in that regard, but she does have some uses in PvE. Primarily because of that single target damage where you're killing bosses and stuff. So there is that use for her, but overall she's nothing outstanding that stands out. So, you know, if she's waifu, definitely a good get. If you really like Kyrian and those units, that group, she's a part of that. I really like her myself, but I'm not summoning for her, I don't think. No, I know I'm not summoning for her unless I just get some extra blue tickets, because I'm hoarding my blue tickets for a specific unit. So, but she's an okay unit. If you decide to pick her up, she probably will end up helping you somewhere, somehow. She is decent in that regard. If you don't, you're not missing out. No rerun units on this week's banner, but, you know, our returning operator recruitment. But, you know, we don't summon on operators, so we don't care about this. We do have a new ship being added, Enterprise Quad. It's a pretty good ship. It's not the best. It doesn't stand at the very top, but it is a pretty good ship. I can tell you, I'll be building it right off the bat to have. There's a new explosive equipment farming for the Alpha Trix Innovation. We've seen this one a couple times. If you're still missing one of their EEs, you have a chance to get it. I think I might still be missing one. I need to look. And then there is something else. System improvements and changes. So the gear system changes is confirmation pop-up box will no longer appear when equipping gear in an empty gear slot, which is kind of weird that it did in the first place, so that's nice. The types for displaying gear when using multiple filters will change. It's currently, if it's filter 1 and 2, only gear that satisfies both will pop up, and the change is if it's both of them, if it satisfies either of the filters. The stats 3 filter in the filter will be changed to a potential option filter button. An option to unlock gear will be added to the gear tuning potential upgrade section. The gear enhancement will be added to the module enhancement feature. There's another one here that's pretty important to get to. Enhancing gear through existing gear will be done in material enhancement, while enhancing through modules will be done in module enhancement. There's 2 different types of enhancement now, material and then module. This is probably so the way that this works is because the storage location for your enhancement modules is being changed from taking up gear slots, which it does, which is really annoying, to just going into your like regular inventory. So that's a really nice change. It does, for some reason, make them have to break up the enhancement into 2 different types of enhancement, but that's fine. Anything to not have them take up the gear storage. Enhancement modules moved to equipment. Acquired enhancement modules will be stored in 1 slot so that they stack, which is also something they should have been doing originally. So that's really nice. And they're changing the names from just T4 enhancement modules or T5, T6 to elemental enhancement module, precision enhancement, and nano precision enhancement. So they just have different names. And then when you select a mold, the obtainable gear along with its options will be displayed. When you tap on a random option in the mold gear description, the possible options can appear, will be displayed. The storage will now have the option to allow a gear bulk unlock. I thought it already had that, but okay. You can select the rarity tier and enhancement level gear to be unlocked and sell them in bulk. Pretty nice. The recommended gear function will be added. Also nice for new players who don't quite haven't found all of our amazing English failed for a second. That don't have knowledge of where all of our amazing information sites are. Plug, go check out pridewind.gg. They have so much useful information and they are super helpful. Yeah, recommended gear function. That's always a nice thing to have, regardless of if there are info sites out there or not. Gear with recommended set options for that unit will be introduced. When you select the check button, gear with recommended set options will be automatically equipped. So that's nice. The applied filter sorting will no longer be cleared when entering the gear. Percentage display information for relic gear will be added. Each individual percent option will be displayed up to the 2nd decimal place. The display options will be rounded to the 2nd decimal place. Lobby display settings. Basically, they're just adding more customization that you can do to your units on the lobby screen. I'm not going to go through all of this, but that's what that is. So, pretty straightforward. And this new system that I've already seen some people talking about in my consortium chat, or World Consortium Discord, and I haven't been on Reddit today, but it's probably being talked about on Reddit too, if I had to guess, is the ship implant remodeling will be added. You can further enhance a ship that has reached level 100 through remodeling. You can activate command module to add additional buffs to the ship. If you have a ship that has reached its maximum level, you can perform a remodeling. Remodeling requires the same ship and credits as remodeling material. So it's a dupe system for the ships essentially that raise their level cap. So with 1 dupe, you can get them to 110, 2 you can get them to 120, and 3 you can get them to 130. You get a total of 6% stat growth, and then you get 3 command modules. The ships that have completed modification can use implant remodeling to increase their level cap and install command modules. The command module is a tab that manages the buff modules that are unlocked at each stage of ship implant remodeling. The command module increases the stats of the ally unit. Upon performing ship implant remodeling, the command module tab will be opened in the ship information tab. Up to 3 modules can be set at each stage of the implant remodeling. Command module is divided into socket 1 and socket 2, with socket 1 applying to the personal's type and socket 2 applying to the personal's class with random options. The options of the module can be reset using a small amount of ship-specific remodeling materials and black box fragments. The sockets of the modules can be unlocked using SP memory to preserve their options. The options of locked sockets will not change when resetting the options of other sockets. So you can re-roll whatever you get using the ship material that you use to craft or upgrade the ship, and the black box fragments. It is random what you get, so there's some RNG to getting the right thing that you want. And as it said, 1 is for the type, so counter, soldier, mech. 1's for the class, ranger, striker, etc. and so forth. So just say basically in PvP is where this will really make a difference, and even then you probably won't see much of that difference until some of the higher brackets of PvP. So it is unfortunately kind of skewed towards whales again, just like how the gear is, because whales can buy more materials to reroll and do all that, and to make more ships. So that does, you know, favor into them a little bit. But like with the tactical updates and basically the, you know, level cap increase back in the day, I suppose, it really only makes a difference in the higher end of PvP. The lower end is going to be about the same, and then overall in PvE, it's just going to add to the experience. None of your PvE content is going to really be make it or break it based on this system. So it's a nice thing to do because eventually, you know, you end up with a lot of extra ship materials, and you have all the ships. So what do you do with all those materials? Well, now you can make duplicates and enhance the ships you like and use a lot. And hopefully, if you're lucky, you don't have to worry about rerolling too much. That's a very simplified version of it. I'm sure Pride 1 has a much better and in-depth guide you can go check out. I do encourage that. But yeah, I wouldn't worry about it too much, especially if you're into requirement. Improvements and changes: the dive exploration coordinates addition and improvement. Exploration coordinates 51 to 55 are added, and improve dive exploration so that exploration permits are returned upon failure. Thank you. That is only something that's been asked for months now since you implemented this feature. Like, thank you. Sorry, that should be like bog standard, and the fact that it wasn't there was very agitating. But we finally have the next 5 dives added, so that's pretty cool. More challenge content there. Operator command skill level probability adjustment. This command skill level probability changed to 100% for all rarities. Prior, it was only 100% for the SSRs, and the lower rarity ones could and sometimes often did fail. Now it's always 100%, so that's pretty nice. You can now select multiple units for multiple tactical updates. Nice little selection, or a nice little update there. Units obtained through contracts are now marked with contract obtained. Tactical update tier 6 units no longer displayed. If the units used a tactical update material that have equipped here, they will be unequipped automatically. I didn't know about this. What happened to the gear if it wasn't unequipped? Did it just disappear into the void? Because that's terrifying. The filter sorting option and the tactical update materials selection screen are just to match the managerial department. I'm not entirely sure what that means, to be honest with you. Frame setting pop-up adjustment. Frame settings is moved into the select main employee. In frame settings, you can now see the frames you currently possess and set them as the main employee image. Scout multiple runs. You can now conduct multiple scout runs simultaneously. It's pretty nice. The fact that you weren't able to do that before is a little strange, but now you can, so it's cool. Next operation button improvement. In the battle results screen, if the next dungeon is a cutscene dungeon, the next operation button will appear, and when selected, it will focus on the next cutscene dungeon. So, just being able to go from in your story nodes right into the next node without having to leave into the menu every time, it's nice quality of life that overdue. Monster strategy tag changers limited to the Esper appearing monsters. Don't really know what they mean by that, but I'm assuming it's just the tag that shows up on the Esper COs that you fight, the eldritch looking little abominations and whatnot. Event deck auto formation rule changes. When auto forming the event deck, units registered as favorites will be prioritized in the search formation. The basic system management guide squad formation rules include auto formation. Tooltips will be added for loading the event deck auto formation. For clarification here, because this is nice, squads that are organized separately for each stage without using the existing battle squad. So the missions you go into, like, that have the 6 empty slots that don't let you select a squad, those would be the event decks I'm talking about. They're adding experience back to the main stage, but it is a very small amount, so you're not, it's not doing a whole lot for you. Still using contracts and credits is the way to go, but it is there, so I guess it's something. Max notation for ships operated will be removed. If a unit scales at the maximum level, the max tag will be displayed in the deployment skill info. The unit skill is at the max level of the max tag. We're displaying the skill icon in the skill info. Some memory leak fixes for certain contents. Co-op battle improvements and adjustments. Basically, it's just around the practice mode here. Some changes to that so that it works a bit better essentially, and you can use it more. So that's nice. What all of this is really, you can read it if you want. I don't really think there's a need to go over it. So the gear tier changes for supply operation drops. Change the gear tier drop from military supply acquisition expert recruitments to T5. Change the initial gear award for military supply acquisition from T1 to T4 gearbox to equipment material replacement. Balance adjustment for level 110 breacher specifically, that removed the barrier used during the damage accumulation patterns. The counterpass event stage button changes. Change the button function of event stage to proceed collection. I don't know what that means. So in-game battle visibility adjustments. So reduce the size of the floor effects and rearm units. Reduce the deploy effect of Blue Blood Elizabeth Pendragon. Reduce the special skill effects of Esteros Edition Rare. Added buff value for welcome obtained in Beginner's Plan episode 114. Next Angel Close is scheduled for the 7th of June. Awaken units will now receive battle environment buffs under other here. Didn't know they weren't in the first place. It's really strange, but now they get them. And then Clarith, our previous counterpass, is going right into the Recruit on Demand pool. So yeah, that's our patch notes. That's quite a bit. There's a lot of little changes in there. There's a lot of like just stuff, as well as a new unit and a new ship and a new counterpass and substream. I was trying to think of the word substream and kept remembering everything else. But there is also a shop update, which I haven't looked at, but I don't expect really too much. Yeah, a normal little recruitment package thing. Some other kind of special recruitment package thing that... Oh no, this is just for this. Okay. We've seen these before, so nothing particularly to comment on. So this is nice. They show you what's in those gift boxes. So these are pretty good packs. Like, they let you get blue tickets, which you can't normally buy with like any kind of money purchase. So that's kind of nice. Then you get some extra stuff as well, so that's cool. Special command module reset package. So the black boxes, and then the ship materials that you can get. Ship launch special package. Basically, you buy 2 of these for 3,290 admin coins each, and you can build a ship. So I don't recommend it. Permanent ship package. SP memory package. You can buy 1 time per account for 2,490 admin coins, and it consists of the thing that you use to lock the command module option. And another. Oh. Wait, what's the difference between the two? That one's 2,490. That one's 4,980. Okay. I don't see the difference, but sure. Command module reset package. This is a weekly package that's being added permanently. Or, no, it's not. Which one's permanent? Wait, are any of them permanent? This is permanent ship package. Oh, the first one is a 50% off. Okay. I see. That's its normal price. I understand. Not entitled. Reset thing. There you go. More of what I was talking about with being able to reroll freely and whatnot, being kind of whale territory. But yeah, those are our 24th of May patch notes. But if this video wasn't already long enough, good lord, we got dev notes too. So yeah, I was going to just record and upload, but I think I'm going to have to actually do a little editing here, and I'm going to kind of try and skim through and point out the notable bits of these dev notes. But there is a decent bit of information here, so we're going to kind of look through this together. So the Gauntlet skin reward changes is this one section, and there's not much to say on it, but we're talking about how people were having issues with the duplicates that you got of the skin. I don't really understand how duplicates of a skin work, but so what they have here is that the Gauntlet exclusive skin can be acquired through either the first or second half of the season. The Gauntlet exclusive skin will have a special rarity and can be acquired through the Gauntlet seasonal reward. Upon getting the duplicate Gauntlet exclusive skin, it will be changed to an exclusive frame instead. And then after this season ends, and starting the next season, the next Gauntlet exclusive skin will be for aiming first wing. And in the 6.0 patch, the required points for ranking up to Diamond 4 in higher ranked leagues and the ranked matches will be adjusted to be more lenient. That's all there really is to say. That's all they really say here, period. So. And then the last bit is custom pickup recruitment, which I want to read and just make a remark on. So the upcoming update includes the introduction of custom pickup recruitment, where you can personally select the target employee to recruit. You can select the pickup target up to a maximum of 3 times during the recruitment period. And just like regular pickup, you can ensure the acquisition after 150 recruitments. Additionally, you will receive 10 task planet points for each recruitment. Please note that the accumulated recruitment count will not carry over or reset when changing the pickup target or when the recruitment period ends. The custom pickup recruitment being introduced for the first time will be the same employee pool as Recruit on Demand. As such, please make use of this opportunity to recruit the employees you have felt the need for. They're adding a general banner, essentially, where all of the Recruit on Demand pool is available to you, and you can select the SSR in the general pool that you want to summon for. Same pity count as a normal banner, or as all their banners, 150, and you can change it 3 times. So I guess theoretically you can pick 3 employees that you think you're missing that you really need and can summon for them. It doesn't say this is replacing any kind of banner, so, and it doesn't say what the period of this banner is. So I don't know if it's like once a month we get this banner where we can select 3 employees that we want to go for over the month, or what. But it is going to be a banner. We get to select who we want to go for, and you can summon for them. The part that, if any part concerns me, it's the recruit count will not carry over or reset when changing the pickup target or when the recruitment period ends. So recruitment period ends, the pity you're at will not carry over, and then when you change the pickup target, it will not reset, is what I think they mean there. Kind of hard to say, I'm not gonna lie, because that's not worded great, but that's how I'm interpreting it right now. Still, at the end of the day, this is a really nice thing. There's a pretty large pool of SSRs, and being able to pick whichever one you want to go for and go for is really good for new players, even for veteran players that are missing some units. I know there's a couple units that I would really like to have that I missed, like Revenant and a couple others. So it's really cool. It's a really nice way to pick up those units that might really help you in certain stages or situations, or round out a team that you're wanting to build. So it's a nice, very nice addition. And overall, it'll be just a good thing to have in the game. I wish they kind of explained what the period was. Like, is it just a 2 weeks that you have to do this, or is it like once a month you can change it up to 3, so select up to 3 units you want to try and go for. Would like that information, but whether it's just like a normal 2-week banner that's up every other month, or I guess that would make it like once a month or whatever. It's a nice thing to have. It's a good thing to see coming. And then with that, though, it is the end of the dev notes. So the dev notes looked like a lot of information, but unfortunately it really wasn't a lot of information. This dropped at the same time as our patch notes, where a lot of that information we already went through when we went through the patch notes. So really the only new bits were there at the end, and even then that was kind of only the custom pickup recruitment. So yeah, a lot of information overall in this video, but also not a lot, I guess. Hard to say. But our May 24th patch notes looks to be a pretty decent patch. And yeah, we have some interesting thing on the way here with this custom recruitment. And yeah, so it's very exciting to see what is coming in Counterside. Always looking forward to see what is on the horizon. A lot of good things to still come. We have quite a few Awakened units still to come that we know about, and not as many SSRs. Don't know how they're going to do that one. And yeah, interesting things on the horizon. Some nice quality of life changes. And as of recording this video, 24th of May would be the 1 year since the global version came out, and zero word on anything special for global or special going to be happening to take note of that. So I wouldn't foresee that happening. With that being said, I will be recording a 1 year account showcase to show what the account looks like after a year of playing. So look forward to that. That'll probably go up tomorrow or the next day, I think. Yeah, and then I did record some summons for Kyrian and one other unit, Lulu, when she dropped, but they're both really short, so I'm just going to hold on to them and throw them into like a compilation summon video. So look forward to that when I have enough summons compiled to make a video out of. But sorry again for this little bit of a late upload. Sorry for the length. Was excited for a lot of information, and while there was a lot of information, nothing really to get your blood pumping. But it is good information, good things to see coming, and excited for what is to come still. With all that being said, thank you for watching. Thank you for sitting here through all of this with me. Greatly appreciated. Like I said, I have that 1 year showcase that will be coming out in the next couple days. I have another video that I want to work on that I'm hoping to get out to you as well within the next week. And yeah, so there's a little bit to come. And then I am trying to stream more over on my Twitch, so keep an eye over there. Come hang out with me there sometime. You may have seen it on the community tab that I was streaming the other day with Honkai and some other games. So greatly appreciate you all for coming and hanging out, watching the video, and hit like if you enjoyed. Subscribe for more Counterside and other gacha game content. I will see you all in the next one. Peace.